Hey, y'all ain't subscribed yet? Man, like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button right now.
Zebulon.
That's right.
All right, you an Israelite from the tribe of Zebulon. You got that information?
Yeah.
Okay, bro. You gotta call the school. You gotta keep the commandments, because that's next.
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, what you say your name was, bro? Let's talk. Let's deal. Trey?
Right. Yeah.
Come up real quick. What you say your name was? Trey. All right, Trey, do you understand what we're saying? Or you got anything against what we're saying? You got any input?
I don't have anything against what y'all saying. I'm really at a point right now where I'm really trying to figure out who God really is.
Okay, you trying to figure out who God really is. We're going to help you with that, so I want you to explain what you mean when you said that. So I can kind of be on the same page with you.
Alright, so I grew up in many different various churches.
Okay, that's point one. That's point one.
Non-denominational Baptist.
Okay, you said non-denominational Baptist and so forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes I feel as if like something's not connecting. I'm missing something.
Okay.
And I'm out here, just doing what the world is.
Okay.
And it's like, yeah, I know all the 10 Commandments and whatnot, but I don't really see anybody out here upholding them.
Okay. Okay.
Doesn't matter if it's in church, and I don't see nobody really upholding
Go to
them.
Job 9:24. Okay, I get you. We're gonna help you out. All right, we're gonna help you out. All right. So we're gonna start right here. So who rules the earth right now? With military power, with all power, who rules the world? What race of people rules the world with all power?
Bring it out.
White people.
That's
okay?
Right.
I'm gonna show you that's biblical, okay? Read this. I want you to listen. I'm getting somewhere. What's your name, bro? Terrell. How you doing, Terrell? Doing pretty good. All right? What we doing? We're teaching our people who we are according to the Bible.
Right.
All right? So, I'm right here. What's your name again? Trey. I'm here with Trey. And he asked about, what did you ask, Trey? He tried to figure out who God really is. What you feel about that? You know who God really is?
To a degree, I believe we are.
You say we are God.
I believe we are.
We are gods, but we die like men. But there is a high power God. Do you know who that really is?
I don't.
Okay, so good. We're gonna explain something. All right, we're gonna break that down today. Okay, read that.
Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Now, who rules the world right now? What race of people rules the world? You're not too sure? Think about it. What race of people got all power? Nuke, weapons, bombs, artillery. What race of people own the government?
Bring it out.
There you go, bro. Come on now. We men up here. All right? The government belongs to a race of people. We just work for them.
Right.
But it's their government. You got to remember now. All right? We consider 3/5 of a man according to the Constitution, and that still hadn't changed.
Bring it out.
All right. Now let's keep reading.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Now, he covered the faces of the judges. Who are the judges?
God is the judge.
Okay, God is a judge. God is a judge. Look over here. Look over here, both of y'all. See this? It's called iconoclasm.
Right.
This happened during the Renaissance. You ever heard of the Renaissance? The Spanish Inquisition. All right? What happened during the Renaissance? It started in the 1400s.
Was there some kind of war?
Well, it's when the white race started to conquer all dark nations.
Right.
Because you got to think about it. During the Dark Ages, dark people ruled. That's why it was called the Dark Ages. You see this? North America, South America? What dark race of people was ruling over here? The natives of the land.
Right.
All right? They are dark nations. All right? Dark nations was ruling here. All right? That's when they started conquering and slaughtering, murdering, killing us. All right? So check this out. During that time, look over here. They said, we're going to erase the judge's face. We're going to paint Jesus Christ's face white. We're going to paint the prophets of the Bible white. We're going to say the angels are now little naked white babies. Huh? It's still, that's when it started. So I'm telling you, you say you don't know, you're trying to figure out who God is. I'm getting there. All right? So, let's keep reading. Read it from the top again.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
If this white man didn't do it, who did it? All right, now I'm gonna show you something. The prophets, go to Job 30 and 30.
Bring it up.
Because during slavery, they didn't allow us to read the Bible.
Right.
They only read it to us, but what was in it wasn't actually in it. So read this. Check this out. Here's a prophet.
Job chapter 30 and verse 30.
This is the prophet Job.
My skin is black. My skin is black upon me.
What is this saying? Job is black.
That's right.
Go to King Solomon, Song of Solomon 1 and 5. Job is black, all right? Remember, during the Renaissance, they started painting over all the images, all right? Now, King Solomon was King David's son, right? Now, check this out. Let's see what King Solomon said. So, if King Solomon is black, what would that make King David? All right, now let's read King Solomon.
The Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black.
Let's read it again.
I am black.
What did King Solomon say? All right, there's a reason that this was put in the book because of prophecy that was to come.
Right.
Now let's go to Jesus. All right, let's go to Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1. Jesus Christ, because you got to remember, Jesus Christ was killed by the Romans. Right. What race of people are the Romans? White. Right? You can look on TV and look at the history and they tell you all about the Roman emperors. All right? Check this out. Jesus Christ now.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14.
1 and 1.
Verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
Now, what revelation means is the revealing. We're finna reveal to you Jesus Christ. 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head and his hairs were white like wool. What is this saying? He got, white woolly textured hair. Okay, let's look at the two images. You got an image here and you got an image there. Which one got white woolly textured hair? Over there. So that's strike one against this devil.
Right.
All right, let's keep reading.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
He had red eyes. Which one got red eyes? There you go. Strike two against this devil. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass. As
what color is brass? Gold. Now, let's keep reading.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Now, if you take that brass and burn it in a furnace, burn mean past tense, you know, like as it has been burned in a furnace, what color would it be? Black.
That's right.
Looking at the two images of Christ, which one will be the true image of Jesus Christ according to the Bible? Bingo.
That's right.
All right, now, let me show you what happened. Go to Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. Okay? This is what the Lord said that would happen to us if we broke his commandments. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Now, we're the same people that were in slavery under Pharaoh, the ancient Egyptians.
Right.
All right? You got dark races, but they're not all the same nation of people.
Right.
You got Hamites, Shemites, Canaanites, Israelites. Okay? We wouldn't be the same race as the so-called Hamites, which are the so-called the Hamites, which are the so-called Africans.
Right.
Okay? We have our people that are in Africa and we're scattered, but there is a difference. That's
Right.
what I want to explain to you. Now, read this.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now, this is Moses speaking to us when he was leading us out of ancient Egypt. He said, we didn't listen to the voice of the Lord, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
So what were we supposed to do?
Sorry,
All right, listen again, to observe.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
What were we supposed to do? All his commandments. Where do the commandments reside? Where are the commandments located? In the whole Bible.
Right.
Okay, read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So this day he still commands us to do what? Obey his commandments. Now, he said if we didn't listen to do that, what?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
What was going to happen if we don't do his commandments? All these what?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
What was going to happen to us? Curses was going to come upon us and overtake us.
Right.
We are cursed now because we broke the Lord's commandments.
Right.
Now go to verse 64.
Verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
He scattered us. These are all the slave routes. So whether we was already here, they sent us here. Whether we was here, they sent us here. They scattered us among all nations. All right, check this out.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Once we got under these nations, like we're in America, we're under the so-called white nation, what are we doing? Serving what? There you go. Read that part again in there.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Our forefathers never knew these other gods.
Right.
So when we go back to what you was talking about earlier, religion, where were we in the 1600s? So this man right here, John Smith, created the Baptist religion.
Right.
So this means if you was on his plantation, you had to be a Baptist. This is where religion comes from. Islam is an Arab man religion. All right? So I'm breaking that confusion that you have. So let's keep reading.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
That wood is a representation of Christianity.
Right.
The stone is a representation of Islam.
Right.
You have our people going to Mecca once a year, circling a rock and kissing it. You have our people walking around with crosses on their neck, with a white man hanging on it.
Right.
All right? Our fathers never knew those gods. So now we're in captivity under the other nations, and we're serving false gods.
Right.
All right? That is a curse. All right? That the Lord said was going to happen to us because we did what? We didn't abide by his commandments. That's the end of that. Now, go to verse 68. Let me give you another curse.
Hey, man, y'all doing something? I gotta go check on my kids, man. Hey,
Come on, man. Let me tell you something. You understanding something. You say you're an Israelite from what tribe?
I just said I'm a black man at the end of the day.
Okay. Well, no. Let's get this. That's the thing. So the black man came from what? That was the name. Can you say a black man is not a nationality?
Right.
Because a nationality means you can go back to a nation of people.
Right.
All right. Everybody here in America can go back home. Why? Because they came and took the land. That means they were never from here. So if you ask any white person, any Chinese person, any Japanese person, what's their nationality, they can tell you because they can go back to that nation. Where's the black man nation? That's my point. My brother, you're an Israelite from the tribe, what would you be, a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah?
That's right.
You understand that?
I do.
And how do we know that? Because by the curses are linked to us. Let me get you another curse. 68. Check this out.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord said we're going to go back into Egypt for breaking his commandment. Now I'm going to read this scripture. I want you to tell me what Egypt means, okay? I'm just going to read it. Read this.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2.
I want y'all to listen closely because I want y'all to tell me what Egypt means. Read.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Egypt means what? House of bondage. Bondage. What does it mean to be in bondage? There you go.
Right.
You in bondage. That's why they say that they got bondage, the bondage. Okay? Now, that's what Egypt means, bondage. Go back to 64. Listen closely.
Deuteronomy
68.
chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
He's going to bring us into what again? Means slavery with what?
With ships.
How do we get over here? What kind of ships? Slave ships.
Right.
This was prophesied thousands of years ago about the Israelites.
Right.
Let's keep reading.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We weren't going to see it no more again. That it refers to that old Egypt. We weren't going to see that no more. We were going to see this spiritual Egypt. Also, we weren't going to see our homeland no more.
Right.
Our homeland is Jerusalem.
Right.
Okay, we weren't going to see it no more again, read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Nobody was going to save us. That's what that means by no man shall buy you. No one was going to come to our rescue.
Right.
All right? That's what that means. Now, we're in this land. Who are we serving? Can y'all answer that? There you go. Now, this was the Lord called the white man. Read. 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Who are we serving? The enemy, which is who? Huh? The white man, read.
Right. Which the Lord shall send against thee.
The Lord sent them against us because we did what? Broke the commandments.
Right.
Listen closely.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
Now if you want food, who you got to get it from? Even if you own a little store. Huh? There you go. Read.
And in thirst.
Water.
And in nakedness.
Clothing.
And in want of all things.
All things. A driver's license. You want to go to another state, another country, you got to get everything from him.
Teach.
All right, passport, birth certificate, everything.
Right.
All right, now, here's what he did.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Now, why is the yoke of iron taken off of our neck now? Read that until.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Why is the yoke of iron taken off our necks? Why is the chains off now? We are mentally destroyed.
Right.
Now guess what? You will believe in those. You'll believe in this white man as God now and accept his religion.
Right.
You will celebrate 4th of July knowing you was in slavery, in chains in 1776.
Right.
You will celebrate Thanksgiving. You will believe in the white Santa Claus celebrating Christmas. All of that is a lie.
Right.
Why do you do it now? Because you're mentally destroyed. You'll have an abortion easily.
Right.
All right? You'll say homosexuality is okay. All right? You know there's been over 19 million abortions amongst the black community alone since Roe versus Wade. 19 million. Look it up.
Right.
You know homosexuality is rampant. Single family household is rampant.
Right.
The chains are off. Now you're mentally destroyed.
Right.
That destroys the population. 100 years from now, that population is going to be, it could be 2%.
Right.
They're killing you slowly, and you're doing it to yourself.
Right.
You understand what I mean? So let's say the population today is what? Let's say 80% or whatever. You keep on this path. You keep on this path. By staying in this world, worshiping this white God, we won't even be a nation.
Right.
You keep on this path by calling yourself an individual, not gathering together. We won't be a nation 100 years from now.
Right.
You understand, brother? So if we broke the commandments to get in the condition that we're in today, what do we need to do to get out of it?
Back to it.
Come back to it. Come back to it. We gotta come back to the commandments. All right? We can't gather together under nothing else. You had the Black Panther Party try to gather together. Failed. You had the Nation of Islam that tried to gather together. Failed. All right? You had all these different things and these organizations in place that tried to gather together. Civil rights movement failed. It failed because we are God's people.
Right.
The Lord says only one way. Read that.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God.
This is the book of what?
This is the book of the commandments of God.
Read.
And the law that endureth forever.
This law endures forever. That's why Moses said we must keep the commandments until this day.
Right.
So if you are not keeping the commandments today, you're going to be cursed.
Right.
You're going to die.
Right.
You're going to teach death. Your sons is going to grow up and die.
Right.
Spiritually dead. Gang banging. Thugging. All that leads to death.
Right.
Read.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
Now, this is how you come to life. Read.
This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
What happens when you don't keep the Lord's commandments? What happens? We shall what? We spiritually dead.
Right.
Spiritually dead leads to what? Physical death.
Right.
Eternal death. With a walking dead. That's why another nation can come to this country and they can tell the dead.
Right.
Because they're going to be having his pan walking like this. Our women going to have nothing on.
Bring it out.
Twerking on cars. Having abortions. Don't want to gather together. Everybody by themselves. Yellow blonde hair in their head. It just goes on and on, brother.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to say to you?
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.